5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Andrew Wall here with Illuvium, bringing you, once again, Illuvium Showcase, where we show you all of the exciting things happening around Illuvium from the previous week. We talk about all of the awesome stuff coming up in the upcoming week, and you guys get to do a live Q&A with me. This is our agenda today, my friends. This is what we're covering. We've got Illuvium Zero updates. I've got over 50 leaks I'm going to go over with all of you guys. You're going to see the intended final state kind of graphical look of the Halcyon C region. We're going to take a first look at disks. We're going to talk about upcoming events, and of course, we're going to do that live Q&A I promised. If you guys want to see more of this show, go ahead. Let me know in the comments below, and let me know what types of things you'd like to see on the show moving forward. What are the things that you're interested in having be covered around Illuvium DAO? We want to do a better job of highlighting our community and what we're doing and making it so you don't have to chug 1,000 Discord messages, for example, just to understand what the heck is even going on around Illuvium, right? It goes without saying, my friends, everything on this show is not financial advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes. And hopefully, you will be entertained. Be sure to do your own research, and maybe watching this video is a part of that research. Just understand that this is just a video game studio doing promotions and education around the video games we are making. Got it? Good. All right, first things first is that Illuvium Zero Alpha that I was talking about. Alpha, and I guess two senses of the meaning of the word. What do I mean by that? Here in this update, Johnny, our CTO, gave a huge update on Illuvium Zero. If you're not already familiar with the game, I'm going to show some footage here in a bit. We actually are showing off the brand new UI, user interface, and brand new graphics of Illuvium Zero. It is our mobile game, and it'll be playable on desktop as well, where you can buy Illuvium land, you can insert your land into the video game, and then you can play your land to earn resources and critical things like fuel that other players will need in our main overworld and our main game. And so we've got some huge updates on this. I know you guys want to know what the deal is with this. So here is the latest and greatest directly from our CTO. The features in Illuvium Zero are done, and we need to add a few last things in the last sprint here. So there's going to be no new features to add for the alpha, says our CTO. Got it? All right. So they're going to be pulling updated art for 3 more regions. I'm going to show you guys, of course, some of the updated look for some of the existing regions we've shown off, just so you know. That's a huge, big part of this update with Illuvium Zero. The main remaining work is the new UI. It looks great, but every screen has been changed, in some cases significantly. I can attest to that. I played the old version, the old internal demo of Illuvium Zero, and what we're seeing right now is drastically different and a massive improvement, multiple points out of 10 here in terms of the look. So the team is taking their time to implement that new user interface and those new graphics in order so that you guys can enjoy your land fully when you play this game. Got it? And so they also want to ensure that the cleanup of a tutorial is required. You guys have played mobile games before. You need to be walked through, at least your first time, how to build all of the buildings, what each of the things does, etc., and what you can do in the game and how you harvest resources and these sorts of things. The new tutorial is required, with new copy needs to be written and all of the things, so that they can have a relatively polished alpha experience for all of you landholders out there that are excited to get your hands on Illuvium Zero. And they're also cleaning up bugs and rough edges along the way. So they're hoping to get some kind of video after the UI updates are in, and I've got some videos I can show you today. But those are the huge updates there from our CTO in terms of Illuvium Zero. I know so many of you guys have wanted to know what's going on there. Personally, I own 7 pieces of Illuvium land, 1 in each region, and obviously we're all excited to get our land NFTs, plug them into the game, and experience it, maybe even earn some of those blueprint NFTs if we're so lucky along the way. Got it? That's the latest. Wanted to give you the update. I've got some visuals I can show you here soon, which is really, really cool. But before we do that, check it out. So Vincent, Julian, and I'm sorry, I might kill your name, Vladimir and Kevin, created some concept art for Taiga Boreal, which is really cool. As you know, there are lots and lots of plants in the Illuvium universe, and there's some really, really beautiful assets, and we're going to do a future live stream highlighting each of these plants and how they're going to look in each of the overworld regions. Really cool. And just some more of their work for you guys to check out. In these 50 plus leaks, this one's particularly interesting. Look at this shell, let's call it, with spikes on it here. And look at this, the scope of this image. Look how tiny our little ranger buddy is down there underneath. Just the scope of everything in Illuvium is so freaking gigantic. And Grant said on a recent live stream, you know, why would you go small with the scope of things in a fantastical universe like this? You know, think like a, you know, Avatar. Why would you go small when you could go big and have this new transformative experience? Well, this is further evidence that they're going for that big transformative experience. All right, next, check it out. It's just like a top view of this sort of shell, let's call it. The shelly edges here and just them sort of mapping out the spikes. It will be really fun and interesting to traverse this, I think. And some beautiful coral, I believe this is, coral art. And all of just look at the little details and the progression that goes along with making these assets, from this smooth asset to this one with bumps to all these bumps, to make it look real. All of our art is inspired by real life, real animals, real plants, things out in nature, which helps obviously increase the realism while we're also adding this incredible fantasy element. This one right here, this reminds me of a sea anemone, to be perfectly honest, but it's not. Very, very cool. All right, here's a fun one. Let me get out of the way so you can check this one out. Jocko, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, sorry, has a new Mozart skin for you guys to check out. So Mozart, for those of you that aren't already familiar, your little buddy that's going to follow you around in the overworld. And this is there's going to be multiple skins, by the way. I'm going to show you a couple different skins in these leaks. You're going to have multiple skins that you can use on your Mozart to change the look as Mozart's flying next to you. So you can customize that. You can get let's say a deeper connection with your Mozart. Really cool. A lot of these, of course, are inspired by the looks of the Illuvials themselves, which is really cool. Love this skin. I've got another one to show you here in a minute. Here it is. This one is the Axodon Mozart skin. Pretty sick, right? Oh, I love it. You can start to kind of see now how the aesthetic of these Illuvials we're showing you can be applied across multiple things in the future in the Illuvium universe. I just wanted to highlight this. The look of the Axodon Illuvial can be applied to your Mozart here. We've heard in interviews the Warwicks talking about how these skins for, you know, the various Illuvials, how these skins or these looks or these Illuvial NFTs can maybe be applied to future games. They always bring up like a racing game example. Imagine if you're racing in an Axodon kart or you skin something else in another game as Axodon. These looks are not only going to be in our main game here with Mozart and these skins, but these skins and these looks could transcend and go across multiple aspects of our intellectual property, which is really, really exciting. Also, here's another amazing look. Look at this one from Fabian, a Rhamphyre Mozart skin. Fuego, my friends. Obviously inspired by the Illuvial Rhamphyre. Look at that fiery look. Look at that little, like, evil-looking fire halo and his dotty little eyes. Isn't this gorgeous? He literally looks like he's on fire, like he's powered by, well, I say he, it could be a she, powered by lava, almost. So cool, or by liquid hot magma. This look is so gorgeous. I absolutely love this look. It's so good. Oh, so good. What do you guys think about this? What's your favorite of these skins I just showed? Which ones are your favorites here? Do you like this Rhamphyre look? Do you like this Axodon look? I'm not sure if this is Atlas or not. I didn't get a label on this one, but which of these three looks do you like the most? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know in chat for those of you that are watching live on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, rather. Let me know which ones are your favorite, and I will read the most popular answer out loud. All right, Alexander's creating that sweet, sweet coral, baby. All these little details, it's just cool to see the behind the scenes here. Also, Roger. So for those of you that are wondering, with Illuvitars, our upcoming NFT sale, your modular Illuvitars, you can have your background portrait, then you can put accessories on top of that portrait, and completely customize the way that your avatar looks in Illuvium games. That's your Illuvitar, for those of you that aren't familiar. Really quick, let me just play the trailer for you really quick, and I'm gonna show you the way that discs look, which are the packs that you're gonna open to get these Illuvitars. Check out the trailer real quick. It's good. If you've already seen it, it's good enough to watch again. Good stuff, right? So in order to acquire these Illuvitars, essentially, you'll need to open up discs. And so these discs that you see here are going to be 3 different designs for the discs. So you're going to be able to see these for the first time in these leaks. And there's a basic disc, and there's a mega disc, as you can see here. Let me move out of your way, which is stage 2. And then there is an ultra disc, which is stage 3. And each of these stages of this disc obviously will yield different rewards in the Illuvitar sale. We just wanted to show you the design and the look here. These aren't just your everyday average loot boxes, let's say, or pack openings. These are gorgeous. They have their own beautiful looking art, and we want anything that you buy or anything that you open to feel and look significant and meaningful. And I love these designs personally. I'm more excited by this than something like a loot crate or something like that, generic. These are very obviously on brand, on lore for Illuvium, and that makes them incredibly exciting. So anyway, wanted to show off those discs today. For those of you that didn't catch those designs, you'll be seeing more of this look coming up in Illuvitars and upcoming items, which is really, really cool. So in the chat, you guys said that you liked, looks like design number 2 was your favorite. The Axodon Mozart skin was your favorite one. So thank you for sharing that, everybody. I appreciate it. All right, Florian has shared some, so we were talking earlier about Illuvium Zero. Holy moly. You want to talk about upgrades to the UI? Do you want to know how much work goes into this? Look at this. Florian, the man with the plan, so good at art, so good at UI, just so good at making anything he works on look good. Look at the strings and pins and theories he has about how this UI would change, and boom, he's implementing all of these to make the UI of Illuvium Zero upgrade complete. And so much work goes into this, so much thought goes into this, to go from the default view here all the way through the different plots and the different experiences that you guys will have in Illuvium Zero. Wanted to highlight this to show everything that's involved and all the thinking that's involved in making these interfaces incredible. And speaking of making the interfaces incredible, we have some video to show you of that new and improved interface. So let's go ahead and play that. I'm gonna make sure it's full HD. Here it is. And this is like a desktop capture of it. Clicking there in the bottom, sorting by efficiency, stage, or resource with the UI with the different buildings here in Illuvium Zero. This is going to be your land that you're building on here, and the interface that you're going to, a working version of the interface that you'll be looking at here with Illuvium Zero. And so all of this is being worked on, and as you can see, this is a massive, massive, massive improvement over what we showed previously with the early build of Illuvium Zero. So really good stuff there. So let's move on to we have more videos to show you. So this one is building in Illuvium Zero. Want to show this one off for you. And so when we build in Illuvium Zero, you're going to hit that little button down there. You're going to select between basics, converters, storage, science, and other. And then through that menu, you can choose what you are going to build. So once again, another preview, hit the button, select structure, basic, extractors, converters, storage. And then there's going to be timers for each of these buildings, of course, that you'll need to reckon with as you decide what is the highest priority for you as you're playing Illuvium Zero, which is really fun. For the next one, this is a preview of scanning in Illuvium Zero. This one's really interesting. Obviously, you want to scan for those alluvial blueprint NFTs. Hit the scan button here, and it'll tell you the success rate and the timing of that scan. And as you can see, boom, the scan is ready. Clicking it, and boom, there's your biodata, your biodata that you found with that scan. So I know so many of you guys want to be doing the scanning during the alpha, and this is a preview for you. 50% success. It's going to cost some resources to do it. There's the scan kind of queuing up for you, and boomski. Oh, you found some new biodata. Congratulations. There's an atlas. Cool. This is like the experience that you guys will be having here soon. Really exciting to see this finally. To see this upgrade. I feel like the graphics here in this game upgraded to something I would love to look at each and every day, thank goodness. The old version looked like an old school 90s RTS game. Now it looks like a very modern and premium mobile game, which I'm very excited about. Here, the next one here is the researching process in Illuvium Zero, giving you guys a sneak preview. Click the research button. You can research nature, fire, all, hit research, and then boom, you can find out facts about the alluvials. Let me pause it here so you guys can see that research. You'll be able to select between nature, fire, earth, water, and air in this case. I mean, obviously you could get more biodata to research, of course. And then once you've selected what you want to pick, in this case, they're picking a Rhamphyre. It shows you the success rate. We misspelled success, so that wasn't successful. And how much time it'll take and how much resources it'll cost. You hit research, and then boom, it shows you the new fact with the research. Rhamphyre generates, 10,000 BTU of body heat during his ultimate, etc., etc., etc. So really, really cool stuff, showing you that research process within Illuvium Zero. Very exciting. Once again, full transparency here at Illuvium. We want to show you everything that we have. We leak it all the time because it's full transparency. This is a new model for game studios to be this transparent. Tell me how many other video games they showed you this much in-progress development of the game, even when it wasn't completely finished, right? We show way more because we want to be transparent and honest and show you what's up and show you also what you're in store for. I think it's not only is it good for transparency, it's good for marketing too. People will get excited being a part of the story of how this stuff's developed, right? So here's Illuvium Zero and just another example of the overlay experience here. This one's slightly different than the other one, but I think it's going to show something similar. Just tagging on and off the efficiency rating here in the interface so that you can basically choose the amount of information that you're displaying on the screen. So there's the full amount of information that displays the efficiency here. Then when they turn that filter off, there it is, the efficiency goes down, as you can see, and it goes away and it makes the interface cleaner. So as an Illuvium Zero user, you can choose how clean you want the interface to be, and there's sort of a customizable aspect, let's say, to the interface there, which is really, really good. I like having more choice in what I'm seeing. All right, perfect. In this next leak, guys, we have 50 leaks to go through. Seriously, this is insane. Max, according to Grant, Max is quote unquote bursting into flames because he's on freaking fire, creating assets right here. And so this is just an example of our team, in this case Max, creating assets that will be enjoyed. This will either be a part of a battle board. I'm going to guess, though, it's going to be in the Overworld. Just creating incredible assets for all of you guys to enjoy. You get to see the behind the scenes on how all of this works and just the intricate detail that goes into creating each and every rock, each and every plant, each and every archway, etc. in Illuvium. And here in this video, you can watch the process of this one evolving and changing different parameters to change the look of this and to give it a different feel. Maybe it's a part of a different region, maybe it's a part of a different area, maybe it has a different history, maybe it's interacted with the world in a different way. All of those parameters can be set by our creative team, such as Max, to make it unique, which is really, really cool. So love showing that behind the scenes on how all this stuff is being made. And here's a cool, trippy version, if you will, with lots of beautiful Illuvium-sized colors here. Implemented on what appears to be a similar, if not the exact same asset, which is really, really cool. And then here's, just to show you the scale of things like this, look at this teeny tiny little dude down here. Look at the scale of this. All of these archways, all of these things you're interacting with in the overworld of Illuvium are just gi-effing-gantic. I love it. I don't know how many of you guys have been to like Animal Kingdom and you've gone to the Avatar section of that theme park, but whenever you're there, they do a really good job of making you feel small and having all the rocks and things you're interfacing with feel so big. And so I'm really excited to have this sort of experience in our overworld. Kendrick created some Shard Bluff concepts here. This is from Shard Bluff Labyrinth, and we're showing you early concepts on a huge rock formation. You get these sketches, and then from these sketches, obviously, they become reality. This is number 30, sketch number 30 that Kendrick is pumping out here, which is really exciting. Rock pillars, rock walls, all of it starts here, and then it becomes the beautiful digital assets that you guys will get to enjoy in our games. Really cool, right? These rock walls are very Swiss cheese in this area. It looks like they've been kind of punched through, not punched, but maybe eroded by water and what have you, who knows? What happened in this area? Really cool to see all of that. Autobattler screenshots, of course. If you guys are wondering, is this going to be the best looking game ever? I don't know. Look at this Illuvial's face and tell me this is not going to be the best looking game ever. This is just a straight up screenshot. As you can see, there's the mouse cursor here. This is a screenshot. That's how good it looks. Come on, y'all. This This isn't some pre-rendered thing. This isn't art. This is just straight up a screenshot of Illuvium. Give me a freaking break. Look at this screenshot. Are you kidding me right now? Good Lord. It looks so good, dude. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Autobattler screenshots here. Various Illuvials on top of the battle board. It looks so freaking good. Look at the environment back there. Just all those beautiful plants popping and just with their bioluminescence and just glowing in the background. Absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at this. Look at the headpiece on this. Come on. Look at the cute face. Look at the unique headpiece or, you know, kind of growth on the top of the head of this Illuvial. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Isn't it so unique? Just combine so many different types of animals and looks that you've seen in your life or in your experience into one, which is so, so cool. Just love showing this stuff. Love showing it in the game to show that this is real. This isn't concept art, guys. This is the real deal. This is what you will be looking at essentially. I mean, maybe a slightly altered version, but this is essentially what you'll be looking at when you play the game. Out of control, next level, let's go. It's crazy, man. All right, Maria, Yannick, and I'm not sure who created exactly which asset, but we've got some mammoths to show off here. Do you like mammoths? We've got mammoths. We've got mammoths right here, my friends. Look at that, these furry mammoths. Look at those tusks, man. The little jewel on the head right there and the blood red eyes. I'm not messing with these mammoths. And look, the tusks here appear to be like separated and like connected by energy or something like that. They aren't even connected physically, man. Freaky mammoths. Isn't that cool? I've never seen anything like that. This mammoth over here on the back side as well appears to have their brain cavity exposed. I'm just making that up. It looks like a brain. It's not, but I don't think it is. But isn't this such a cool, unique design? Have you ever seen a mammoth that looks like this? I have not. I have not seen a design that is like this. These mammoths are freaking insane. Look at these tusks, dude. They look like almost like two scorpion, right behind me where I'm at. Almost look like two scorpion stingers about to sting you, bro. Pretty amazing. Really great work by the team, Maria and Yannick on that. Love those mammoths. See, I don't know who it was, Maria or Yannick, who did the polar bear versus the mammoth. Sorry to mix that up. But look at this cutie. My kids are like, can I have the plushie? I can has plushie win. We all need the plushie. All right, beautiful. Emil has done some work on Halcyon C with the blockout. So if you guys did not catch the live stream that we did last week, we showed you multiple regions, the work in progress build of all of these regions with us blocking out all of the different sections of the Illuvium Overworld and then showing you some more finished versions. So here in these leaks, I'm going to show you the blocked out version of Halcyon C, and then I'm going to show you what the final look essentially will be. So you can see the transition. You can come along the journey with us, the transition from blockout all the way to kind of finished state product. Come along with me for the journey. It's a cool one. This one is a Halcyon C blockout in the Sea of Ancients. As you can see, our Rangers just sitting on this very plain, low poly type of environment. As you can see here, it's not finished yet, but this is the groundwork that needs to be laid. Sea of Ancients here, more of this. This is the groundwork that needs to be laid before it becomes fully realized. That beautiful waterfall, that huge shell up there, that might look familiar to you guys. Look at this environment. I mean, these corals that you see here in this environment in Halcyon Sea are freaking gigantic, man. It's almost like you're scuba diving underwater, but above ground in this area. It's almost like you're snorkeling without the snorkel in Halcyon Sea. It's just going to be so cool to go through this environment. I can't wait to have the sound too, as you're kind of slish-sloshing along the ground right here, and it's going to be very wet, and then you're stepping on the corals and there'll be crunching sounds. And then as you go toward the waterfall and you're going to hear the rush and gush of the water in the waterfalls, I can almost hear the audio now in Halcyon Sea, one of our most interesting regions in my opinion. Look at this giant waterfall over here. I wonder what's behind that waterfall. I can't say, but it might be something interesting. More blockouts, right? These are low poly versions of the way these areas will look. And then once they're textured up, you'll see the final look, which is absolutely gorgeous. Speaking of final look, have a look at this. Let me just get out of the way. Take a look at the intended final graphic state of something like Halcyon Sea. I'm going to take a sip of water and then we're going to talk about it. Isn't this gorgeous? So what you saw a moment ago, look how plain and low poly this was, like this. And then this is the intended final graphic state. Just these gorgeous shiny corals and crystals that are reflecting your ranger, and in this case, I believe that's an Axodon, out in the middle of this area. And just everything is so unbelievably detailed and just gorgeous looking. This is the kind of intended final graphic state look that you will experience when you're there, just so you can kind of see what we've currently built and where we're looking to go. Got it? This is where we're looking to go with something like Halcyon C. Look at just the gorgeous pop of these graphics. The wide variety of coloring in the coral and sea life and fans here in the background. The way the lights pop and they glow and they emanate from the Illuvial's eyes and from the Ranger's armor. It all just is so eye-popping good. And it's all on brand with that Illuvium color like in our logo up here. It's all on brand and within that same color palette, which makes it signature Illuvium. And here's another one just to once again show you that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous scope. Look at our teeny little Ranger friend down there at the bottom. So tiny, this Ranger friend, in this huge, huge, huge open world that all of you are going to get to explore. Yes, this is live, Linky. Indeed it is. Just proved it's live by reading your comment. Thank you for joining me, by the way, everybody. This is indeed live. We're going to do a Q&A in a moment. Gorgeous. Now, here is one of the coolest looking things that I'm going to show you today. And this is a upgraded Rhamphyre animation. Now, you guys will probably remember from our original trailer we released at Illuvium, it had Rhamphyre doing this like iconic sort of like Rain of Fire type of animation, the Omega ability. And a lot of people saw that look and they're like, whoa, this game is going to take it to the next level in terms of graphics. Well, if you thought that was good, let me go ahead. I'm going to full screen this one. Take a look at the upgraded version Alex has been working on. And I'm just going to full screen this. We're going to watch it a few times. And I'll make sure we got a full quality here. I will get out of your way, everybody. Take a look at this upgraded animation. This is in Unreal Engine. You're looking at Alex's dashboard here in Unreal, seeing behind the scenes and how the donuts are made. You ready? Here we go. Amazing, right? So Rhamphyre spins, rises up. There's like a hex sort of on the ground, and then the fire shoots down below within that area. So beautiful, right? I think we're going to get to see it from multiple angles. There it is. The way he kind of rises up is sort of like the rise of a phoenix here as he goes up. And as you can see down here at the bottom of the animation, you're going to see a very clear sort of kind of built-in UI element to know the range of where the fire is going to damage below, which is really cool. And then there's like this almost like this swirling fire tornado, sort of swirling disc of fire here at the top as Rhamphyre is controlling all of that power. And then that whole circle of rain of fire drops down and hits the ground below. I mean, isn't that insane? Holy moly, is this not gorgeous? I didn't think this animation could get any better, but it did. And so I know Atlas is going to be kind of the fan favorite, let's say, because it's a cutie. It's almost like the Pikachu of Illuvium. But I got to say, Rhamphyre, this gorgeous icon to look for more mature gamers, more adult gamers that want something that's a bit more adult, let's say. This look, this fire, this animation is so, to me, is so inspirational and looks so good. I cannot wait to play with this upgraded animation in the game. When I play the internal demo, half of the time I just look at the Omega abilities myself, and I just kind of marvel at them and just kind of look at the beauty of them. And I think that that's so inspirational. It's just incredible, just incredible. What do you guys think about it? Oof, you guys are definitely enjoying that one in the chat. That's great. All right, perfect. So let's talk more. So all of these leaks I'm about to show you here in a row are by all of these people. I didn't know which of these people did which. So Connor, Sumo, Irina, Fabian, Andre, and Vincent all created various ones of these assets. Sorry, they were just all tagged in the leak. And here we go. This is just within context of some upgraded environments. I believe these are upgraded environment kind of backgrounds that you will see in Illuvium Zero. So in what we've shown so far in Illuvium Zero has kind of been very plain looking backgrounds, but here you can see that these are not plain at all. These are gorgeous, they're very alive, and they're very detailed, which is the way they should be to kind of communicate Illuvium land. And so be ready for upgrades in that department. Got it? Good. Here we go. We got some more animations to show you guys. This is the Anteater line. I believe it's animations. Let's take a look. There we go. And the Anteaters are swirling those tails. I can full screen this one for you guys. Those Anteaters are swirling those tails and doing a cool animation for you. Gotta love the pretty colors. Let's start it over again. This is in Unreal Engine that we're seeing this being built and worked on in real time. You guys are seeing behind the scenes here. Stage 1, 2, and 3 of the Anteater. I'm calling the Anteater line. That's how it's talked about internally. As you can see, down here in the bottom left-hand corner, Anteater S1, S2, S3. Amazing. So beautiful. So cool to see those animations kind of get upgraded and then implemented in real time. So as you guys experience further betas of our Autobattler, you'll be able to experience these sorts of animations in real time as they become implemented in further betas and feel those upgrades and understand that Illuvium as a game studio, we're going to continually improve, and the upgrade is never complete at Illuvium. Gorgeous looking shrooms here, dripping with what appears to be lava. It's not, but it appears to be. And here's that beautiful, kind of yet another version of that skin I showed you guys earlier. This one looked a little bit different. This was in a separate leak. Look at the on fire eyes there with Mozart in the skin and the kind of fire wings. And then the multiple, let's call them evil fire halos up top and fire with smoke here at the top. Looking absolutely gorgeous. Would you want this Mozart skin? You let me know. Do you want this one? Out of all the ones I've seen in the video today, this one is my second favorite next to the Axodon one. I'm actually a freak for that Axodon one. I'm gonna try to get that one, but this one looks insane. What do you guys think? Thumbs up or thumbs down on this skin? Look at just the little scales on top of Mozart. Look at the freaking detail here, bro. Oh, so good. Let me know if you guys are enjoying it. Got some gorgeous looking palms here for you to check out. More plant assets. We've got just a zillion plant assets. This is a really interesting one to see some behind the scenes on development. So here, this is just a sheet that is used internally for size comparisons of assets. And right now the team is making a bunch of flower concepts to be used procedurally later to scatter around the region. So we would want to have each of these gorgeous flowers, and this one's just a generic prop flower. It doesn't look generic to me. It looks freaking like a gorgeous glowy flower from freaking heaven. But let's just say, and I'm gonna show you a bunch of these flowers, but ultimately what you will be experiencing in the overworld eventually, and we would like to procedurally generate these flowers being in the overworld kind of like this image is the idea here. And so you'd be able to have this wide variety of these avatar-like, well, they're Illuvium flowers that are glowing and gorgeous, procedurally generated, and feel wild and feel almost random like real nature. Lots of thumbs ups in chat right now for that skin I just showed. Good to see it. Beautiful. And so this is Goldie Pot is the name of this flower, Goldie Pot. And this one right here is just another one. Same concept, just gonna be in this array of flowers that we can implement. And this one's called Druggy Pot. This one is called Lottie Pot. This one's my favorite. It's the Illuvium kind of pink and purple colors. Absolutely gorgeous. I wish I could pick these. I wish I could buy some of these for my wife. Really, I wish I could buy some of these for myself. This one's called Cocky Pot. Almost like a rose-like, almost, flower. Beautiful, right? Seriously, man. Imagine that like in the real world, sitting there glowing, maybe moving a little bit with the wind. You can see it. I know you can see it. And this one's called Sucky Pot. This one looks kind of freaky, huh? Looks like almost like a sea anemone on a stick. Cool, right? And if you guys missed it, we did this massive, in-depth creating the overworld live stream Illuvium Insider, and you can catch the replay on YouTube. The reason why I wanted to show this to you right now is not to show me on camera. We showed some of the most unbelievable stuff you've ever seen, ever, in this stream. Real-time footage of the overworld. Let me move out of the way. Here's like a finished-looking battle board that we showed off during the stream. Seriously, it looks unbelievably gorgeous. We showed off multiple regions during the stream. I think this is the Halcyon C blockout that I was showing you a moment ago. If you want to see any of this overworld stuff in real time, it was all right here inside of this live stream. Go watch this live stream. Show us that you're interested. Tell us in the comments that you want more like that. It's really important, and we will continue to produce more like that for you to enjoy. Got it? And so Grant, I've talked with Grant about it, and I think I'll reveal this here in a moment, but we're planning on doing another episode just like that soon, assuming that you guys continue with the enthusiastic response to us doing those. Tomorrow on Illuvitalks, on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, we are going to have on JP from Arcade, Scoriox, and Froby for an Illuvitalks that happens every single Wednesday, where we'll be discussing the metaverse, GameFi, crypto gaming industry with experts and people around the Illuvium community and beyond. And what we're hoping to do with each and every episode of this show is share with you a little bit behind the scenes from Illuvium and how folks in the Illuvium team and community think, and also just educate you about the wider space. Given that Illuvium is a leader in the Web3 gaming space, we're going to be leading the conversation about the space ourselves and making sure that it's a thought, call it thought leadership, call it whatever you want. We want our perspective to be out there, and we want smart, intelligent opinions and discussions in this space, not idiotic ones. You know which ones I'm talking about. All right, perfect. Also, we have exclusive live streams on Twitch almost every day. We're ramping it up to daily. So go over there and follow us on Twitch if you haven't already. Community members such as Scrub-a-Dub-Dad, TSG, Froby, everybody's getting in here, including me, are streaming on Twitch every single week. Do not miss our Twitch streams. We're ramping this up to 24/7 Twitch streams. On Discord, always check the events tab because we've got meme competition, Illuvium trivia, live events, and more on Discord. Do not miss out on these events. Your community manager is working very hard on that. And do not miss out. Participate. And last but certainly not least, it's time for you to go build an Illuvitar right now by going to illuvium.io/Illuvitars. Go build it. If you are not already registered for our email list there, you could potentially miss the Illuvitar sale. And so don't be that guy that missed the sale. And then you have to go on the secondary market and you have to buy discs, maybe at a higher price, a lower price, it doesn't matter. You want to be there in the moment when the Illuvitar sale happens. If you're interested, be sure to register your email. We will fully educate everybody on what to expect with Illuvitars, how to prepare yourself for the sale, what's going to be involved, what utility will be there, notifying you that the sale is live, all of that stuff if you've registered for Illuvitars. And now I'm going to open it up for a Q&A, my friends, for a bit, and then we're going to wrap up this episode of Illuvium Showcase. Thank you, everybody, so much for all of your support during the show. I'm pulling up chat right now from Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and I'll take a handful of the best questions and go ahead and cover them with you guys. The question from Nerve Perv is there any trivia today? Trivia, to my knowledge, has been scheduled for this Thursday. So that got rescheduled because I started producing this Illuvium Showcase show, and we needed to move trivia down the week because the programming schedule was getting quite full. Yep. No problem. Will there be flowing skins or just static skins? Yeah, that's a really good question. So I don't have the exact answer to that question, but I would like to show you a slide one more time that we just showed in this Illuvium Showcase. Check this out. Look at this. Does that look like that's going to be static? That doesn't look like that's going to be static to me. Nothing about what I'm seeing on the screen right there looks static. Does it look static to you? I mean, how can you have fire eyes, fire wings, smoke coming off the top, all that banana sort of stuff in the design if it's going to be static? I'm just speculating here. This is me just speculating. I have not seen moving skins with my own eyes, so I cannot 100% confirm, but that does not look static. These look like they could just kind of be glowing and maybe have nice reflections and what have you. That is not static. That is not a static skin. That's anything but static. It's literally on fire. So that's the best answer I can give to that right now. What's my favorite region that I've seen so far and why? That's a really great question. I don't know. Shard Bluff, Labyrinth was my favorite for a bit because I just like the colors. It's my favorite colors. Let me see, which way am I pointing? This color, all over the place in that region. But the more I see of Halcyon Sea, the more I'm enjoying that region. The whole idea that you can be under the sea but over in the overworld in Halcyon Sea is inspiring to me. It reminds me of my childhood. I did scuba diving and snorkeling as a kid. I got certified to scuba dive at 13. And just to be able to kind of experience that sort of world, this world I'm showing on the screen right now, above ground freely with a jetpack, with like double and triple jumps, and to have a gun in a sci-fi version of this sort of world, for me, rapidly, Halcyon Sea is becoming more and more a region that I want to explore, that I want to be a part of, and that I feel like I will just kind of walk around and take in the sights more and more. Because it kind of, for me, it hits an emotional chord, I suppose. And I think all of the regions are going to kind of do that for different people, right? We each have each of our preferences. There's a more of a snowy area. There's more of a beautiful crystal-y area. There's an underwater-y looking area. There's a desert area. We have regions that have all of these different aesthetics, and that will be, appealing to different people. Do we have planned live stream disc openings for Illuvitars, asks Greedy Hamster 86? Yes, we do. So we're definitely doing those. I have already told the Warwicks that I would like them to open their discs on stream. They're all going to buy a bunch of them. And so I want Kieran to open his discs for all of you guys. I want Grant to do the same, and Aaron. And those guys will probably wail out a bit because they're, I don't know if you knew this, they're all bullish on Illuvium. And I'm going to have them open these discs, these guys right here, live on the stream. And I would like them to slot in the mod slots on their Illuvitars and make their Illuvitar live, and then even implement it, if we can, live, or at least implement it after the stream live, so that you can watch their Illuvitars be made live. I think that'd be really cool for everybody to do that along with the co-founders. And of course, we're hoping that influencers will do the same, opening their discs on stream and in videos, and then implementing their Illuvitar into Twitter, Discord, and what have you. And obviously Illuvium games moving forward. Ramza asks, can we have one example of a bonus we get by completing a set of Illuvitars in the album? So you're asking, like, can I share exactly what those bonuses are going to be in the Illuvitars album? I cannot. I'm so sorry. I know the ideas that have been discussed. I cannot guarantee you any of those benefits yet, because we need IIP 24 for Illuvitars to be approved. Then we can finalize the utility that's in those albums. Things that have been discussed include things like emotes came up a bunch of times, but it's possible that other benefits will exist. That's not my decision to make. That's the decision of the development team and obviously the council to ultimately vote upon if that's a voting matter. It's my job to make the official utility video about Illuvitars, where I literally show the album working, people slotting in Illuvitars into the album, and then them clicking the button, receiving rewards, and understanding what those are. I'm in pre-production for that video right now, and I don't have the final information on precisely what those rewards will be. So I can't tell you. Cool? So that's it. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. Question from Sunny Q. For land, are there any whitelists or airdrops? So we don't do whitelists. We don't do pre-sales. We don't do anything that gives anyone an advantage at Illuvium. That's one thing that makes us different than other projects. So everybody gets access to everything at the exact same time with no advantages. Got it? Will there be $1 million wager on the Illuvitars disc openings? Probably not. No, I take that back. There might be. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, the Warwicks, whenever we got Private Beta 1 up and running, instead of just fighting each other in private beta 1 like normal people, instead they placed a $1 million ILV wager on who would win in an early beta version of our game. I believe Grant, who won? No, Kieran won. And then Grant ended up giving the $1 million in ILV to the team. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to take a few more questions and then we're going to end the stream right there. Do we know exactly what the 3 different discs will contain? How many NFTs and accessories? All of that information will be communicated extremely clearly on the website, in the Illuvidex, in the videos, in the article, etc. Once that's finalized. We just need IIP24 to be finalized for us to move forward on that. Got it? Cool. Any plans for creating tutorial? Yeah, Kieran won. Oh, Kieran won. Yeah. Sorry. I said Grant won. Kieran won. Oops. Kieran, don't kill me. Kieran won. All right. Any plans for creating tutorial content on managing crypto assets or getting into the crypto space for those that are literally getting into crypto because of Illuvium? I've thought about making crypto tutorials on like how to create a wallet and all of these things. I don't think it's appropriate for Illuvium Game Studio to be making those types of videos on how to create a wallet or even recommending which wallet you should use or any of that sort of like crypto asset management stuff. I think it's important that we make tutorial videos on how you can use our products and our services, how you can interact with Illuvium stuff. But I don't think it's appropriate for us to tell people, buy a Trezor, buy a Ledger, store your crypto here, and here's how you do it. I think it's more appropriate for individual influencers and creators to do that type of stuff. So there you go. Awesome. Thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. There was, let's see, there was one more question that we're going to take, and then we're going to be going from here. Is Showcase going to be your thing, or are you going to have guests? Showcase will be mostly me, probably only me moving forward. And if I ever have guests on the show, that would essentially be an Illuvium Insider episode. And if I want to discuss anything, that would be an Illuvitalks episode. So these are just generally going to be me going over everything you need to know or everything you may have missed around the Illuvium community. Last question for the stream is Ryan Tradveen. He says, hi Andrew, how has your view on Illuvium and Illuvium's team changed, if it has, since you first joined the team? Yeah, it has changed quite a bit. So when I first joined, I felt that Illuvium was kind of a crazy, Wild West, almost foreign and alien kind of work situation to me. I've been working remotely for the last like 12 years. It exists almost mostly or almost entirely in Discord. And I was really learning a lot about crypto and Web3 when I first started. Now, after I've been here for about a year, I realize it's not actually alien. It's not actually that different. It's actually very similar, if almost identical, to every tech company I've ever worked for. And the crypto and Web3 elements at first seem different. They seem kind of weird or wild or interesting to be paid in stable coins, to have a council that votes on what your team is able to do, to have these various Web3 aspects of ownership and needing to understand the space. But once you kind of wrap your head around that, you realize it's the same as any other organization, any other game studio, in terms of generally how it operates. And so my perception of it is that this is a fast-moving tech startup that's moving faster than any other organization I've ever seen. And I've moved with really fast tech startups from zero to publicly traded company. It's even faster than those. But it has a lot of similarities to, like, let's say, a normal company. And I've kind of gotten used to the DAO and the crypto aspects. And so it's not alien to me anymore. And so for me, that's familiar. I'm coming up on being at Illuvium for 1 year. Only 1 year. It feels like 100 years, honestly. And not in a bad way. I've just experienced so much. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next episode of Illuvium Showcase every Tuesday on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Adios. I'm going to wave for longer this time so I don't get cut off. Adios, everybody.